Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all my panels. My name is Muhammad Haziq Salikin bin Azizi with metric number AN190129, and I am student of Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering Technology Manufacturing with Honours from Faculty of Engineering Technology, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. And today I am going to present to you my project Sarjana Muda, which is design of conveyor belt system for bamboo fiber production line. And not forget to my supervisor that had helped and assist me throughout my project Sarjana Muda, which is Dr. Helmi bin Mustafa Al Bakri. So, before we get into the project itself, let's take a look on the abstract of the project. So, this study focused on designing conveyor belt system by using SolidWorks software and to overcome the problem related to the material transfer. Two different designs were created, which is flat conveyor belt and inclined conveyor belt. Both designs were created for specific situation suitable with the design. So now let's get into the project itself. So the first one is the chapter 1. So first, introduction. A conveyor system is a type of mechanical handling equipment used to transport items from one location to another location. Conveyors are extremely useful for transporting large or bulky items, and they are especially popular in the material handling and packaging industries due to their ability to deliver a wide range of commodities quickly and effectively. They are also commonly used in consumer applications as they can be found in supermarkets and airports, where they serve as the final leg of item or delivery bag to customers. Conveying systems of various types are available nowadays and used to meet varying needs of various industry. So, in this project, there is two main problem statement, which is to overcome the material handling problems. And the second problem statement is to overcome, is to reduce the number of workers existed in the workplace. So next is objective of the study. So in this study, there is three main objective. The first one is to create two different design of conveyor belts. Second one is to design a conveyor belt system itself for the bamboo fiber production line. And the third one is to design the structure for the conveyor belt system itself. So next is the scope of the study. So this study is actually cover two different scope. The first scope is actually the transportation system for the bamboo from one station to another station. And the second is cover the scope where designing the conveyor belt design by using the SolidWorks software. So last but not least, for chapter 1, we had expected results. So in this project, we expected that at the end of the project, we will successfully design two different design of conveyor belts. And we also expected that at the end of the project, we will obtain the detailed data and the information related to the completed design of the conveyor belt. The next chapter, which is the chapter 2, is literature review. So currently, there are three main types of conveyor belt that were used widely in many factories, manufacturing and production line. We have belt conveyor, we have gravity conveyor, and we have sludge conveyor. So the belt conveyor is a type of conveyor that utilize the belting system as their material handling system. They use the belting itself to transfer a material from one place to another place. The second type of conveyor, which is gravity conveyor, is a type of conveyor that utilize gravity as its material handling mechanism. It uses the gravity to transfer the material from a higher place to lower place. And that's why the gravity conveyor being built in inclined position to utilize the gravity itself. And currently there are three types of gravity conveyor, which is we had gravity roller conveyor, we have a gravity wheel conveyor, and we have chute conveyor. So the third one is the sludge conveyor. So the sludge conveyor is a type of conveyor that consists of one or more continuous chain to which horizontal slugs are linked to produce a moving instrument. So basically, it's just like a chain, a moving chain. So all this type of conveyor belt, even they were used in the same purpose as a material handling system, each of them have have different design, different mechanism, and different system, even different steps to assemble and disassemble, and that's why they've been used in different kind of condition and situation. So the next chapter is chapter 3, which is methodology. So to proceed with this project, there are a few main steps or process that were executed, which is first of all, we had the project research. So basically in project research, we're going to find out all information related to the project and were needed for the project. When all the information needed had been gathered, we will continue with the design requirement, where we will specify the design requirement for the conveyor belt system for the bamboo fiber production line. So when we had already the required specification, we will continue with determine the design dimension, the system parameter for the conveyor belt, where basically in this step we will proceed with calculation. We will determine the suitable dimension for each component for each parts of the conveyor belt. And after that, we will continue with the basic sketch and detailed design. Basic sketch is actually a simple sketch that were created on a paper to give us earlier and simple idea of how the shape of the conveyor belt will be, while the detailed design is much more detailed work where we will create a 3D model by using SolidWorks software. So when we created detailed design, which is 3D model, by using SolidWorks software, first of all, we will create the sketch for each of the part. And then we will continue with some features such as extrude cut or extrude cut and more other features to create the each of the part or the component. And when the each parts of or the component were completed, we will combine them in assembly process, and they will become one single conveyor belt. The next we have chapter 4, results and discussion. So basically, at the end of the project, we finally managed and successfully designed two different design of conveyor belt, as you can see on the poster, which is the first line. We had the conveyor belt, the flat conveyor belt design with its assembly drawing, and the second line, as you can see, there is inclined conveyor belt, and the next to it was its assembly drawing. So last but not least, we had chapter 5, which is conclusion. So the conveyor belt system was mainly used as a transporting system, largely in manufacturing or production line. Not only they were used to transferring bulky raw materials, but also smallest newly made product in many factories. As for this study, the target was to design two different design of conveyor belt, which is for the bamboo fiber production line, and by the end of the project, two different design were successfully created, which is the first design is a flat conveyor belt, and the second design was a inclined conveyor belt. So that's all for my Project Sarjana Muda presentation from me. Thank you.